Germans are shocked that an organised far-right group was behind a series of murders spanning a decade. Since 2000, 8 people of Turkish origin and 1 ethnic Greek were murdered in several cities, as well as 1 policewoman. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has said the killings were shameful for the country and has pledged a full investigation. Last week, 2 suspects in the case were found dead and a third gave herself up to police.
Alleged right-wing extremist Beate Z was taken to the High Court in Karlsruhe Sunday evening. A short while later, the judges issued her arrest warrant. Prosecutors believe she and her 2 dead accomplices had formed the National Socialist Underground terror cell. Beate Z allegedly tried to destroy evidence by setting fire to the apartment they had been living in. But police found videos there in which the group claims responsibility for a string of racially motivated murders stretching back over a decade. Germans are appalled by the findings. Chancellor Angela Merkel voiced her concern.
It's an extraordinary occurrence, and we need to approach it with utmost care. It seems to imply the existence of structures, the likes of which we had never imagined.
It remains unclear just how many supporters the 3 far-right extremists had. In the meantime, a 4th suspected accomplice has been arrested in the state of Lower Saxony. Germany's interior minister says he's intent on clarifying whether a terrorist group was in fact behind these crimes.
Judging by the information we have now, it looks like we are in fact dealing with a new form of right-wing extremist terrorism.
The families and friends of the victims are also demanding answers. Above all, they want to know how these cases could have gone unsolved for so many years.
And for more on the story, we go to our political correspondent Simon Young at our parliamentary studios. Simon, listening to what the Interior Minister has said, is there concern that the threat from the far right has been underestimated in Germany?
Well, clearly there is, and Chancellor Merkel and the Interior Minister have both acknowledged that. In their latest annual report, the intelligence services said that they believe there are up to 10,000 people nationwide with links to far-right groups who might be prepared to carry out acts of violence. But they also said that they didn't see any active terror threat from the far right. Well, they'll have to revise that opinion in the light of these revelations. And what is especially surprising, I think, is that these attacks, these murders and bank robberies were carried out over several years, but the police investigations didn't show up any link to far-right activities. That's something that needs to be explained.
And another shocking revelation has been, Simon, the allegations that this far-right cell had links to the Domestic Intelligence Service. What more do you know about that?
Yes, well, these are suggestions that these people may have been cooperating with intelligence services. That's supported by false identity documents found in the house where they were living. Now, I should say the intelligence services so far have denied any such cooperation, but that hasn't stopped politicians of all parties calling for the intelligence services to reveal exactly what they knew about this group. Of course, links in the past between intelligence services and far-right groups have complicated the picture. They've made it, for instance, more difficult to ban far-right organisations. But this is a whole aspect of this that will be looked at in the investigation that's now unfolding.
Right, Simon Young, thank you very much for that.